Hello, welcome back to IT Landy Nugget courses. This is session 2 for PKI. Earlier, what did we cover? We covered the requirement from system architecture around path, cryptographic, and the structure itself. We will continue with this topic, and this time we will cover certificate key length. Similar to the previous session, we will have table for each topic, and then you can use that table to decide which one is more convenient for you. So again, I highlighted the keys for us, which we can utilize as a drive for your design or architecture design. So the key length for the CA and the end entity certificate need to reflect the level of security assurance that need to be provided in relation to the how strong and how long it's valid for. Key length between 1024 and 2048 a bit are less expensive and therefore faster, provided medium security assurance. And to be honest with you, 1024 no longer in use, and minimal at the moment 2048. The key length between 2048 and 4096, they are a bit computationally more expensive and are therefore slower but provide higher security assurance and so are preferred for CA certificate. Again, nowadays is everything leaning toward 4096, even with the slowness. These are the minimal requirements. Key decision. Root CA will be typically 4096 key length operation, but require high security. The issuing CA, again, you can be a bit flexible, but this is not recommended, but 2048 for more significant frequent than offline, but will be computational power if even standard specification server hardware nowadays 4096, this can be considered. And then the entity, the lower one, again, typical similar to the issue CA, they can be 2048, a good balance between them. However, you're no longer utilizing 1024, so move away from that one. Yeah. Next is, we're still under the same topic, the certificate validity period. A CA cannot issue certificate that have a longer validity period than its own certificate. If you remember earlier, maybe we put like it could be 12 years, 10 years, something like this, yeah. But you cannot have something certificate you issue is longer than that. Hence, if an entity certificate normally has a validity period of 4 years, but the issue who only has 3 certificates, the end entity certificate will have validity period of 3 years, which means that fourth one will be ignored. Generally, the validity period of CA certificate should be twice as long as the maximum validity of the certificate that issuing. The cert that are valid for 2 years. So the validity period of the CA certificate should be 4 years, basically double it. Similar to the previous, we need to see how long we can use the validity period for each of the cert. Road CA, the period should be at least twice as long as the CA subordinate. So if the subordinate 2 years, the CA 4 years. On the other hand, if the primary one is 4 years, the subordinate 2 years. Okay? And the CA, issuing CA should be twice as the entity one. So basically, the relationship, the root CA twice as the issuing CA is twice as the entity CA. Okay? Moving next. What about the certificate renewal strategy? The cert renewal strategy will be renewed at half of their remaining validity period. This will ensure that the CA never truncate the validity period of the certificate that issued due to the issued certs having longer validity period than its own CA. The original key pair will be used for the renewal. Renewing the certificate with the same key provide a maximum compatibility with past uses of complexity with the key pair, but it does not enhance the security of the certificate itself. A new key pair will only be used for exceptional operation circumstances throughout the CA lifetime, such as introduction of new cryptographic algorithm. Renewing the cert with a new key allow you to continue using the existing certificate, and its associated data will be enhanced based on the algorithm, the new one. For end entity, the certificate will be always renewed with the original key. If there are concerns regarding the integrity of the certificate, you have to revoke the original one and issue a new one. Similar to the previous one, you have to use a table to decide root CA every X years, renew with the existing new pair key. Issuing CA, again, similar to the previous one, yeah? And the entity at least every year, you can do it. This will be changed and will be different based on your requirements. Next, geographical location. Again, we still another design. The most important part about the geolocation, which determine where you will be hosted. Yeah. All the CAs, either offline or online, should reside in an environment which physical access to the CA is highly controlled. The level of certificate enhancement and the security will dictate how the level of the physical security can be extended. Again, that should be applicable to all the domain controller. There is no reason to distribute the issuing CA geographically due to the network traffic issue. CA are usually kept centralized unless there are compelling reason to delegate CA administration to business unit or regional operation team to control the activities. Again, table to describe where is your table, how and where you want to place them, yeah? I'll leave it for you to fill out the table. We said central, yeah? No need to make it complicated. OS Microsoft AD certificate is the role on Windows Server, yeah? Due to the long validity period of the CA certificate, it is recommended to use most current OS, basically. The latest is the better, but this is not practical most of the time. However, like 2019, we are using 2016, the most recent OS, for PKI. However, you need to make sure, like, it does basically stable version. So again, a table, you need to fill it up. We said 2016, yours can be 2019 or the new one, which is in preview as well, yeah. So then we have to move to the last part, which is the domain forest prep. The current recommended practice is to have the CA as a member of the root AD domain. However, you may choose to add the CA to the separate domain. For example, one that largest number of enrollees are Windows 2016 allow enterprise to issue digital certificate from enterprise CA to client that are member of different forest, and therefore dedicated CA are not required in each forest. Hopefully you understood this part, which means you can have the CA in one forest and can issue certificate to different forests or different child domain, yeah? Again, fill up this and see where you want to place it. If you have multi-domains, typically central one, and then, or maybe sometimes you want to have its own forest. It's your call, depending on your security requirement, how much you want to secure the environment. Yeah. And the trust configuration, you can trust of the root CA should be achieved by publishing the root CA in the enterprise trust store for each AD forest. Yeah. The CA certificate in the enterprise trust store are replicated to all domain controller and automatically downloaded and trusted by the computers, as long as it's available. That's all what I had for you for today. Hopefully we have learned something useful, and goodbye for now. Thank you for watching.